In the dark world of horror, not many faces make you as scared as the demonic nun. This scary being, with its skin as white as marble, its empty eyes and its wide, awful mouth, has become a famous face in modern horror. But who is really hiding under the nun's clothes? Its name has a chilling power: Valak. It's important to say something right away. The idea of Valak as a nun was made up for the movie. We won't find real pictures of Valak, because how it looks in the movies came from the filmmakers' minds. But the name Valak does come from old times. You can find it in old books about demons from many, many years ago. Our journey will take us to look at both the made-up story of Valak in the world of, and its possible links to old demons talked about in magic books. Get ready, because we're going into the dark world of demons, where what's real and what's made up gets dangerously mixed up. The demonic nun, with its creepy presence, has really stuck in people's minds. Since it first showed up on the big screen, it has grabbed everyone's imagination, giving people nightmares, but also making them very curious. But what makes this character so scary? Maybe it's how it mixes holy things with bad things, like the pure nun's clothes, with the evil it stands for. Or maybe it's the mystery about where it came from, a puzzle that makes us want to look deeper into the darkness. In the movie, Valak is shown as a very powerful being, able to trick and scare its victims easily. But in the old books, Valak is described in a different way. In the magic books, Valak is often shown as a child with angel wings, riding a dragon with two heads. This picture is very different from the movie version, showing how ideas about demons can change over time and in different places. As we look at these differences, we also need to think about how made-up stories change how we see demons. Movies and books can shape our fears and what we believe, making monsters that seem more real than the old stories themselves. So as we go on this journey, let's keep an open mind and question what we think we know. Because in the world of demons, nothing is what it seems, and every shadow might hide a secret. Join us as we uncover the mysteries of Valak and find out the truth behind the demonic nun. This is a journey that's going to be as eye-opening as it is scary, and we've only just started. We first see Valak in the Conjuring universe in the movie The Conjuring 2, which came out in 2016. The movie tells the scary story of the Hodgson family in Enfield, England, during the 1970s. The famous paranormal investigators Ed and Lorraine Warren are called to look into strange things happening at the family's house, like young Janet Hodgson being possessed by a demon. In the middle of all the chaos and fear, a dark figure appears, the nun. At first, this thing shows up like a scary ghost, watching the family from the shadows. But as the Warrens look into it more, they find out that this thing isn't just any spirit, but a powerful demon that calls itself Valak. To fully understand the threat of Valak, we need to look into the history and myths about this demonic being. We need to go even further back in time, to a time when darkness and superstition ruled everyday life. The movie, The Nun, set in 1952 in Romania, takes us to the Carta Monastery, a place wrapped in mystery and terror, where an old evil has awakened. This evil has been sleeping for centuries, waiting for the right time to come back. Two nuns, Sister Irene and a young nun in training, Sister Victoria, are sent by the Vatican to look into the mysterious death of a young nun at the abbey. What they find out challenges not only their faith, but also what they understand about reality. They face a demonic force that has taken the shape of an unholy nun, Valak, a being of pure evil. The movie shows that Valak has been tied to the abbey for a very long time, a place where evil has grown deep roots. This demon was trapped by a holy object that holds the blood of Jesus Christ, a very powerful reliquary. However, the horrors of World War II weakened the seal that kept Valak locked up, letting this demon escape and unleash its evil on the world, bringing a wave of terror and hopelessness with it. Valak's story is a reminder that evil can be hiding, waiting for the right chance to come back and cause chaos. The name Valak wasn't just made up by Hollywood writers. Actually, it has deep roots in old magic books and traditions. It shows up in several grimoires, which are like magic spell books from way back in the Middle Ages. These old books were used by magicians and people who studied secret things to call upon and control spooky beings. One of the most famous ones is The Lesser Key of Solomon, a book that talks about calling up demons and what they can supposedly do. This grimoire is one of the most detailed books about demons and has inspired many other works later on. In these books, Valak, sometimes spelled Valak, Ualak, or Valu, is described as a great president of hell, a powerful demon who commands armies of evil spirits. He's a big deal, and his power is feared. They say he can reveal hidden secrets, find treasures, and grant favors to those who call him. These abilities make him a popular figure for people who practice this kind of magic. But it's really important to know that how Valak looks in these old books is very different from the demon nun in the movies. In popular culture, his image was changed to be more scary and shocking to look at. He's often described as a winged boy riding a two-headed dragon, which is totally different from the scary nun we see in the movies. This more innocent and fantasy-like image is a big contrast to the modern version, showing how ideas about demons can change over time and in different cultures. So when the filmmakers decided to use the name Valak for the demon nun, it wasn't just a random choice. By connecting their creation to a real demon mentioned in old magic books, they added a layer of mystery and spookiness to the story. The name Valak brings to mind a dark and dangerous past, linking the movie to a long history of beliefs about demons. Even though the audience knows the movie is make-believe, they can't help but feel a little shiver when they hear a name that's been linked to evil for centuries. But it's important to remember that how Valak is shown in the movies is a modern take on it. We shouldn't mix up make-believe with real life, or think that what's written in those old magic books is exactly how things were or are. Beyond just the name, how Valak looks in the movies is super important for how scary it is. The way the character is designed, with its pale skin, sunken eyes, and creepy open mouth, has become a famous picture of modern horror. The nun's habit, which usually makes us think of good and holy things, becomes really spooky when a demon wears it. The difference between what's holy and what's evil makes a really unsettling picture that sticks in your mind. Valak's look comes from a few different places, like old religious pictures from a long, long time ago, and also from old, scary movies. Its pale, skinny face reminds you of how death is often shown in pictures, while its empty eyes look like the cold, scary eyes of a hunter. Valak's influence, pop culture, and shared fear. The success of, and has made Valak one of the most famous movie monsters out there. You see its picture on tons of stuff, like Halloween costumes and toy figures you can collect. Valak is popular not just in movies. It's popped up in pop culture like in memes, video games, and fan art. Its face is now a famous sign of modern horror. It's used to make people feel scared and interested at the same time. This really shows how much movies can affect all of us, what we think, and how we feel together. Pictures and characters from movies can go beyond the big screen. They can become part of our culture, like a shared language, shaping our fears and what fascinates us. Separating real from made-up. Why background matters. Valak's story reminds us how important it is to tell what's real from what's made up, especially when we talk about things like demons. Even though the name Valak comes from history, how movies show it is a new idea, and we shouldn't mix it up with what's real. Old magic books, though cool, are from their own time. We need to understand them based on when they were made. What they say about demons and spooky beings shows what people believed and feared back then, not always what's true for everyone. It's super important to think hard about these things, find info from sources you can trust, and not believe made-up stories are real. The appeal of the supernatural. Why do demons fascinate us? Our long-lasting interest in demons, from old magic books to today's movies, brings up a cool question. Why do these dark and scary figures pull us in? Maybe it's the thrill of feeling scared, but in a safe way. It's that rush we get when we face the unknown, all from the safety of our movie seat. Or maybe it's because we need to name our deepest fears, to give a face to the invisible forces that seem to run our lives. Whatever the reason, demons still have a strong hold on our imagination, reminding us that even in a world that tries to make sense of everything, the fear of the unknown is still with us. Valak, a legacy of movie terror. Valak, the demon nun, has definitely earned her spot in horror movie history. Her famous look, her creepy name, and her mysterious story have made her a character we won't forget. she'll be giving us nightmares for a long, long time. What she's left behind reminds us how powerful movies can be. They bring our deepest fears to life, creating monsters that jump right off the big screen and into all of our minds. And even if the line between what's real and what's just a story gets a little blurry sometimes, one thing is for sure. Fear, just like Valak, will always find a way to pop up. People still say today that the head of the nun Valak took over, the one known as Maria Rosenthal, is kept in a gold box in the Vatican.